Hey stars, and welcome back to just Fizzstah in a new setting. I'm recording in my room for a change as opposed to the living room. Um, yeah, it's just Fizzstah in the background. You might not be able to see it because of the blur, but anyway, today I'm going to be talking about um lupus and mixed connective tissue disease. So for me, I have mixed connective tissue disease, which is a lupus overlap condition. So basically what that means, I don't display all the markers for lupus. I don't have all the symptoms for lupus, but yeah, it's basically a mixed connective tissue disease. So for me, I have polymyositis, which is I have a definitive diagnosis following my muscle biopsy. And then I have the mixed connective tissue disease. So I've got like the rheumatoid arthritis type symptoms in my joints. Like today I've been tapering my steroid dose, as you would know from my previous videos, and I'm starting to get some wrist pain again. So my joints and my muscles are what mainly affects me with my condition, and as with everyone else, the usual chronic pain and fatigue are what I mainly suffer from. So I know a lot of people were saying when I was on holiday, like, make sure you use a lot of sunblock and stay out of the sun and all that. Fortunately for me, I don't suffer from photosensitivity, so I can be in the sun all day and that won't make me sick. Unless I overheat, then I'll get sick like any other healthy person staying in the sun too long, start getting like heat stroke symptoms. I feel as though since I've been diagnosed, I get like heat stroke comes on a lot quicker for me. But I never want to stay in the sun anyway, because I just don't like being in the sun. I sit in the shade, so that's not really, even if I did have photosensitivity, that wouldn't really be a major thing for me, because I don't like sitting in the sun. I always sit in the shade. I just have to make sure I take extra precautions to stay hydrated nowadays. And I always used a lot of sunblock because I know melanoma is real and I'm not about that. But specifically now I'm on the Amuran/azathioprine. That increases your risk of skin cancer. So I'm more diligent with my reapplication, but I was always wearing sunblock when I was out in the sun. And then onto my pain. I would say I have more like rheumatoid arthritis type symptoms because it's my joints, and then the polymyositis when my immune system's attacking my muscles, which causes me the pain and weakness and like the burning type stuff in my muscles. So although it's called a lupus overlap condition, basically mixed connective tissue disease, you display symptoms from a variety of other autoimmune diseases, but you don't display all the clinical markers to be diagnosed with one. So your diagnosis could change. So maybe if I got like, I don't know, God forbid, like kidney involvement, then my diagnosis would change from mixed connective tissue disease to lupus, because that's like one of the well-known symptoms of lupus. But currently I've got mixed connective tissue disease. My main symptoms, as I mentioned, are the muscle pain, muscle weakness, joint pain, fatigue, and yeah, just pain, all sorts of pain. So that's me. So thank you all for your concern, but I just wanted to make that clarification, because I know a lot of people think that I have lupus, which I kind of do, but I don't. So I just wanted to make that distinction. That was the point of this video. It's not very long, but yeah, I'm not a loopy, although I sympathize because I go through the same things. But fortunately for me, touch wood, I don't have any organ involvement as it stands, but I know with my polymyositis, lung involvement is common. And before my diagnosis, I did have one bout of pleurisy, which may or may not be related, but that is a common thing that people with polymyositis suffer from. So, and then obviously heart involvement as well, but I don't have the typical kidney involvement that's seen with lupus or other organs. For me, it's joints and muscles. That's just my issue. So that's all I wanted to clarify. If there's any other mixed connective tissue disease sufferers, let me know your experiences, because I know One of my spoony friends I made online, she displays symptoms of Sjogren's. And you know, it's everyone's different. Like, people ask me, I get questions on this channel as well, like their prognosis, medication. But the thing with the autoimmune disease is it affects everyone's differently. You could have it quite severe, could be mild. So, you know, you have flares, sometimes you're doing really well, then you go really, really badly downhill. So it's not really, even for rheumatologists, they struggle because each patient is so different. So don't base your progress or anything like that on other people, because you might have the same condition, you both have lupus, one person might be thriving and you might be struggling. So just bear that in mind. But I just wanted to make the distinction. I have mixed connective tissue disease, which although is very similar to lupus, is not quite the same. So I hope you found this video informative. I didn't really go into too much detail. I just wanted to make the distinction for me in my case, but I'll leave some links down below. I found Molly's Fund was really quite useful, and a few other websites that talk about mixed connective tissue disease as opposed to lupus and etc. So I'll leave those down below. As always, thank you for following my health journey. Make sure you follow me on my other social media. The link should have been popping up throughout the video over here, or maybe over here. I think it's over here. And I'll see you lovely stars in my next video. Bye guys.